I pretty much have been a shell of myself for the last month. I was just hoping this one doesn't last 4 years like the last time he got depressed. I can only hope I pass away in my sleep. I'm an overweight, wife-beating PDF. Breaking Banquet needs to have his channel taken down.
I have watched every Breaking Banquet. Jordy's at rock bottom.
Say my name.
Breaking Banquet.
You're goddamn right.
Wings was in the Discord because Wings had about 10,000 posts.
Super chat.
Wings was in the Discord and he said, you have to be starved for 2 weeks. Let me share this with you guys. You be starved for 2 weeks, beaten down every day while you're not able to take your meds because you're not eating because people drink every night and eat up all the food. So he's complaining about fat camp. Then he said a 5-minute crash out isn't that bad. I think he's assuming, talking about fat camp.
Yeah.
And then he says, it happens every Friday night all over the world and you're acting like it's the end of the world. It happens every Friday night all over the world and you're acting like this is the end of the world. I'm no good, terrible person for having emotions. So more justification for the fat camp incident. Wings also said, because she did the same shit when I was fighting with Keem and I told her to stop getting in front of me. I don't want to knock you down. So more justification for what happened. Then I noticed what was going on, obviously, and I responded. And he said, here's the answer. Drop Rastov and bring on Becky. Becky is the best replacement for me. Right?
No, okay, that's so stupid, and I'll tell you why. You don't cannibalize a successful show to make another one slightly better. You have 2 successful shows. Don't destroy one.
So I said to Wings about replacing with Becky. Becky would have been okay, but also a major headache. Rastov has earned his spot. He's great for the new direction of the show in season 3. Wing says, explain to me the Eric shit, why we do shit we don't want to do, so you can't do shit you want to do later. What really hurt her was to have burnt out boyfriend, So I don't know what he's talking about there. Let me get to the Rastov stuff. Twiggy is a snake, and one of the most reasons I didn't come back.
Join another show in the network. The other reason I stayed as long as I did was for Boogie and Kelly.
Yeah, so just so you know, this is like one of those tweets, Scully, that is mandatory that we would need, or one of these posts. I'm not going to make a product and give someone else 50% of the profit after YouTube takes 30% and Uncle Sam takes 22%. Really? Because if we do the math, Wings, you made more money working on this show than you ever have on your own. So
yeah. Also, if he started a new show, it would get flooded with 2,000 referral people that he's not getting that on his channel. Last time I tuned in, it was like 250 on his channel, 300.
Is it true, Keem, what you said that the LCL account was attached to gaming car stuff and of?
Me and Boogie went into the Locale Live account today to like see who's on it or whatever, because we had to kick Wings off now that he's clearly not coming back and put Rastov on the account. We noticed that he was just on the account 7 hours ago. So we think he was probably looking at our stats. So we had to remove his account and his number and shit like that off the account. And when we were doing that, we noticed there were third-party apps connected to our email, which is our account here at Locale Live. And those third-party apps were gaming websites, like gaming forums. Somehow this email was connected to it. Car forums, car websites. Somehow our account was connected to it. And fucking OnlyFans. I'm not joking. The email attached to this channel logged into OnlyFans.
Yep.
Maybe it was for research purposes.
Certainly wasn't me. It was either Boogie or Wings. I can get a cut of the middlemen out. I would do it myself. If I can cut the middleman out, I would do it myself. He goes, honestly, I don't fit on the podcast anymore. If I came back, I'd have a begging cup with a coin or something in it to shake every time they want to spend 45 minutes e-bagging, which is wild to me that he's calling
that would be funny. That'd be more entertaining than the half shows that Rastov's done.
He goes, they're messing up left, right, and center right now. It's because no one is there to talk sense. All right.
Where have we messed up? We had a better than average month.
Yeah. He said, move the show back to 8 p.m. so you isolate all your Euro viewers. Move the show back to 8 p.m. so you isolate your Euro viewers. He says, you replace me with a guy who lives on the other side of the world who will never question any American politics or have any real pulse on American topics. He said, remember when he said you replace me with a guy who lives on the other side of the world? He said, you moved the show back 2 hours while obviously you are clock watching the entire time. Rastov can be a good dude, but he isn't going to push boundaries. Crash Out, I decided not to come back honestly. So that's directly from Wings. She wasn't trying to bang me. She was hassling me in hopes I'd bite. I've been in this game way too long to fall for the pussy grift.
We fell for it several times in the past, if I remember.
He's picking on me.
Yeah, but he's
Bro, it
also
looks like he
fell
was
for it.
subbed to OnlyFans using the business account. That's insane.
Somebody was, either him or Boogie. I swear to God on my child, our account was attached to the, actually, I think I have a screenshot. I think I took a screenshot of it. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. There's still a way more that we missed, but that was the gist of it, of his crash out. And then eventually he left the server. This was going on for hours, and you can see he's messaging in main chat every 2 minutes with something new. And then eventually he left the server. Do the world a favor and buy a couple cats and get the hoarding problem. He's fighting with Twisted Puppet, I choose to walk away, he says, because she did the same shit when I was fighting with Keem and I told her to stop getting in front of me. So we read that. We did read that. I've pretty much have been a shell of myself for the last month and I've gained 15 pounds. We knew that. My day is filled with Diablo 2 and helping Kelly with her degree and sleeping. I was just hoping this one doesn't last 4 years like the last time he got depressed.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. If you do the work, go see a therapist, talk to a therapist. They will help you.
Mm-hmm. I can only hope I pass away in my sleep. So
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
I can only hope I pass away in my sleep, he said. Christ.
Yeah.
That's rock bottom. I mean, Jordy's at rock bottom. God damn, man.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say, guys. Boogie, we need to go out of our way to be Jordy's friend. Forget the business side of things, all right? Rastov is here to stay.
I mean, just like Jordy, reading all of this stuff from Jordy, I guess I'm realizing the door is closed. Once Rastov was hired, I realized the door is actually closed, and I'm just pissed.
Look what he put in the chat. He goes, remember, I'm an overweight, wife-beating PDF who kills animals in his free time.
Jesus Christ.
You look like it's shit talking and it's just me being myself. Even if it is worse than that, it doesn't make you a monster. Either people make mistakes and they're allowed to atone for them. You're not atoning for them. Mike isn't a bad person. Mike started drinking during fat camp, and I'm sure that played a part, most likely into a screaming match, but it was still when the cops came. I mean, look, we're not supposed to be speaking about this Mike stuff because of lawyers and everything else, and I'm pretty sure Mike and Wings talked about this, and he's just outing what happened there, a screaming match. The thing is, YouTube makes it popular and profitable to hate on me, so they do it.
Oh my God, it says, if you were a part of my 150 viewer streams, you'd know this. Is he down to 150 people watching?
The Mike situation, I said my piece on it. If you were part of my 150 viewer streams, you'd already know this. God, this is just sad. Dude.
He's not roasting himself.
I don't understand, Jordy and Kelly, why you wouldn't just let me help you. Breezy gets away with it. At some point, he said in here that Breaking Banquet needs to get banned. I don't know where that is, unless I just missed it. People look at his videos and they actually... right here. Breaking Banquet needs to have his channel taken down People look at his
Why?
videos like it's the actual truth.
I have watched every Breaking Banquet since Jordy left the show, and I'm not entirely certain what he thinks he's wrong about. It's mostly just about how depressed and sad he is.
And then he said, "I love animals. I would never hurt them purposely."
Unless you count humans as animals.
Then Tuffy brought up the cat, and he said, "I paid for that cat 10 times or 50 times over." This is talking about Becky, and he's responding to me. There's
Jessica
just so
Pizzle
much.
super chatted.
My TV is 2021. What
He
the fuck is a
said-
TV?
No, this is good. He goes, "It's funny I made a career out of camping and Call of Duty, but that shit in real life sucks."
Okay, that's funny.
He said,
See, that's something you want to learn to do is make jokes occasionally, Rostov.
He said, "I might be 0-3 on camping trips, but I'm 2-0 versus surgeries." We'll buy the bridge back and make a new truck. We'll do a GoFundMe so people come. Dude, he was on one.
Dude, it was insane. I was trying to do a show while this shit was going on.
He's talking about
I
Eric.
was so distracted.
He's talking
Yeah,
about God, Buggy.
I just was going to say, to be honest, I did not expect him to crash out at all. I didn't think he cared about the show anymore, and this proves he
Liana
does.
Taylor super chatted $20.20. Wings wouldn't respond to me in the server last night because he must have seen my comment on Breaking Bad Banquet's video questioning why he can't transition to diet soda to stop gaining weight. Lol.
You know what's weird, Lena? I saw your comment. Like, I think I saw it in our Discord. But anyhow, he said, "You know it's bad when I see being off the show as I don't have to go to California or Buffalo in the next couple months," laughing out loud. And this is what I wish, like, I know there's so many people that want Wings back. Me and Boogie wanted Wings back. I get it, right? But this is one of those things that you guys don't see behind the scenes. Like, he does not want to go anywhere or do anything that is going to propel the show to make it bigger. His idea, his perfect scenario of what Local Live should be is PKA. Like, we can't stress that to our fans enough. And I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
that's old school podcasting. That's boring as fuck. Nobody wants that, you know? I'm sorry.
And even they wanted to do camping trips, and even they did do camping trips. So like, even then, you would have to do it in real life events.
Exactly. And they're even in PKAs doing stuff that Wings wouldn't do. So, you know, I got another secret I'm really good at. I'm good at Rainbow Six as well. Dark Souls as well. I bought a house with all the Call of Duty. I could play it cold and beat most people on the planet. I was flexing about Call of Duty. What else did he say here? Camping requires me to go outside. It's just like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, he really doesn't like leaving the house or doing things, which is sad.
Explain to me why. Okay, I know the Eric thing. Craft IQ. God, I wish I had this the first time. You're using the word self-preservation. I know how I was raised. What accountability do you want from me? You want me to hold my head down in shame until the end of time? You never faced the music, Jordy. Like, you came on that one show, and I'm happy that you did, and everybody at TTS, everybody attacked you, right? You had to do probably 3, 4, maybe even a week more of shows like that, and then it would have stopped, and then we could have moved on. We could have picked up the pieces after you got destroyed by everyone, and we could have moved forward, but you just stopped talking to me and Wings after coming on one time.
Yeah.
By choice. He said, nobody can be better than me. And if you lie to yourself, it's just because it makes life easier. You're cheating yourself. I think he's talking about on the show. Clinton donated $2 and said Keem forced Wings off his psych meds. Now, that is true. We did try to convince him to get off of it, and he did get off of it, right? Here's the thing, though. When that came up again after the incident that happened at Fat Camp when he was on the show, he said that he was back on them. He actually went back on them. So I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if he was on them or he wasn't on them when this happened. I think I proved multiple times I stand on business, he says. I got no bitch in my blood, which, bro, I don't know, dude. Not facing the music seems like bitch in your blood, but that's just, that's a different.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry, it does. Accountability. Nah, son, I accepted accountability. The internet doesn't allow you to be forgiven. Well, you got to take your hits. You went off.
We put out the statement, and then no one accepted it right away, and then he just doubled back down on what he said before that. So it's like it made people feel like it wasn't genuine.
Right.
The issue is he went to his own personal channel where people get banned, people get silenced, and that's his safe bubble. That's where he went. I'm sorry, but that's how it comes across, Someone in the chat asked what PKA was. That was his first podcast that he got kicked off many years ago for not going to a camping trip. He said, I didn't say I was never coming back. I said I wouldn't do another show. So now, see, this is confused. This is at 6 a.m., guys. At 6 a.m. So all the other stuff that we read before was before, all right? Now this is getting in order. At 6 a.m. in the morning, Rastov's sleeping, Boogie's sleeping, I'm sleeping. No, we're not even on anymore. Now it's turned into, I never said I wasn't coming back. Maybe you should tell me and Boogie that.
Yeah.
Don't you think maybe it would be a good idea you tell us that? Cool. A lot of people have fan bases who hate them. They're called snark communities. There's just so much here. We're almost to the end. I think we can probably get through this.
Yep.
Some guy calling him low IQ. He's not even mad. I just clicked over here because he was bored. I just hate people calling me stupid because I don't hold a word view they have. A man chooses, a slave obeys.
What?
Jesus.
He said some wild stuff in here. I'm saying I don't factor happiness into my choices. That's clear. That is very clear.
Yeah.
The truth is pain is the price you pay to live life, and you never pay it down. Damn.
What?
That's some dark shit. Look at this.
I'm currently the happiest I've ever been.
I'm happier making $40 door dashing than I am pouring mustard on my head for $500.
Shit. $500. I pour mustard on my head right now. Who's got $500?
I never said I wasn't coming back. Remember how he said that? Look what he says just a little later. He says, I told them multiple times I didn't think I was coming back.
Yes, he sure did.
So it's like, what? This goes against what you just said before. Look at this. I told him multiple times that I didn't think I was coming back. I can do my own and keep 100% of the profits, but it's way less money, way less money, not even remotely close. Shit. Yeah. Rastov.
That next one, dude.
Rastov has a slim percentage of the show, and it's way more than he's ever made in Aussie. It's just, percentages don't mean shit when it comes to the actual dollars. If the math,
right. Would you rather have 25% of $1 million, or would you rather have all of 100,000? That's a pretty easy fucking choice, ain't it?
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, easy.
Dude, anyhow. So I can make 25% of a show and do all the work? What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does he think he was doing all the work here?
That's what he's saying.
He did about as much as Rastov.
I would have quit a year ago if Kelly didn't want me to stay. So he wasn't here for us. He was here for Kelly.
Kelly, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the last two streams, the last 2 days, I'm not mad. I just type aggressively. I can't have kids anyways. Oh, God.
Oh God.
I'm cool with conflict. I just don't want to travel halfway around the world to be shit on over and over again. Like, come on, bro.
That damn pride gets in his way.
I signed up for a podcast and it turned into a drama community. He said, right, I don't want to be a locale host. I never did the money. It was just good. I couldn't in my right mind quit. Okay.
But then he did quit. So you're not in the right mind, then are you?
Oh God, there's 2 more pages. Oh my God, there's so much more. God, there's so much more. I'm never going to get to the bottom.
No.
Where is the
That's
bottom?
4 minutes.
Oh, wait,
You're
that
at,
might
you're
be
at the bottom. That was it.
That might be the bottom. And then he left. And then he left. He literally left our server. So he's not in the Discord anymore, which is wild.